This might hold the key for many small businesses. In fact, it's a small tool that will make a huge impact on your operation. And I have a feeling we want to find out more about this game changer. If you're a small business owner who wants to run a store, small restaurants, bar, coffee shop, any small space where you engage with customers daily, then you will know firsthand that quick, simple, and reliable receipt printing is essential. It sounds like a simple thing, but it can make a massive difference. That's exactly why the amazing team at Epson have expertly crafted their compact and stylish mobile point-of-sale printer range, mPOS, we'll call it. And here to tell us all about it is Hugh Davies, the Business Development Manager for Epson South Africa. Hugh, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
And for bringing your little black box.
My little buddies.
I love that, man. I would imagine the journey that you've been on, because it sounds like you've gone through an exhaustive process to arrive at a tool that is so well suited for where South Africa is at right now. We talk about supporting small businesses. It's not just about giving them money, it's about tools, it's about day-to-day functioning. First off, it looks like a giant printer that you've shrunk, like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids with a Ray. What is it and how does it work? Fill us in on this beautiful little black box.
Okay, so Graham, a traditional point-of-sale system would be like if you went to your local supermarket and you come up to the lane and you've got that huge big box and a big screen and a big scanner. Now that becomes a little bit problematic when you've got a food truck or you're at a pop-up market or you've got a small little business or something of that nature and you need that versatility. But what's changed now in the market is with the development of cloud-based software, we now can run point of sale off a tablet, or we can just do it off your phone. And all we really need is just a connection point to a printer to be able to print that receipt in terms of where it's going to come from. So that's where Epson's come up with this range, and we've really got two split ones. This one we call the dice for obvious reasons. I'm not going to roll it across the floor now, but you get the general gist.
We're not insured for that.
So yeah, that's our little dice. And then this is our little P-series one. This is what we call a base printer. And or a belt printer, really. It just clips to the side over here. So this is ideal for sort of pop-up markets and mobile shows.
For sure.
But then we also see folks using it in retail. They can do transactions on the floor. We do have some retailers that are already using this particular technology. So really, the trick with these printers is that they're small, but we can literally set up a business point-of-sale point with a tablet, an iPhone, or just a normal phone and a printer.
You've alluded to it already, the benefits for small businesses that, you know, in so much of the coaching that we do on this show, it's about don't go and blow your budget before you've started running your business. You need to be operational to be able to make money, to get cash flow. But in order to be able to do that, there's certain boxes you need to tick.
Correct.
How is this going to help those small businesses specifically? Why do you think this is going to be such a game changer?
I think there's probably 3 points or 3 game changers. The first point is affordability. So, you know, instead of having to go and shell out for all that hardware now, pay for licenses and fees, which you still got to do in certain software elements, there's quite an expense in setting up, and it's almost a grudge purchase, but you do need it for your business, and that's the challenge. Yeah, correct. But now what we can do with mPOS is literally all we need is a printer, a smartphone, or a tablet, or maybe a little stand or something like that. So the setup costs are relatively cheap, and that's important for businesses that are starting up. And then the second is what I would call flexibility. So that would be businesses that maybe want to move around. Let's say you've got a coffee caravan or something that moves around to different sporting events. You mentioned cricket a little bit earlier or something. We literally just have to pack a printer and our tablet in the car and off we go. We haven't got to shovel a box around. And in small spaces, if we've got a small little boutique restaurant or maybe a coffee area, it's easy to move around. They don't take a lot of things, and that's the third point, what I call form factor, and that's really just the size of the particular unit. Yeah, you know, we can pop these guys underneath the counter. If I can just show you a quick little party trick over here. So this one over here, you've got a receipt coming out the front, which is great for putting it under the counter if you haven't got limited space. But if we want a normal receipt printer that you see, we literally just click these 2 little covers off. And
it's a transformer. You brought us a transformer.
Here we go. I brought you a transformer, and we pop it around like that. And like that. And there we've got the receipt coming out the top. So that just gives you your versatility, you know, when you've got limited spacing. Yeah.
This says to me, I was going to ask you who's this suited for, but I'm thinking anyone, not even just a small business, if you're looking to downgrade costs and have that kind of accessibility, the mobile element. I love the belt clip. That is awesome. That speaks to how old I am. one question that needs to be asked, load shedding.
Okay. Okay, so we've got that covered in two ways, Graham. Firstly, look, anything that's going to need an electrical power point is going to be at risk. But with a lot of folks now having UPSs or small inverters or something, an inverter is not an expensive investment or a small one for a business. And one thing that we do pride ourselves at Epson is all our devices, there's a lot of work that goes into minimal electricity consumption. And it's funny, just on a side point, when I was talking about this to retailers probably 15 years ago, they just laughed. And look at where we are now, where energy consumption is vital. So literally, these will be able to run off a small inverter, so you can carry on trading. Your tablet or your smartphone is already battery in that, well, as long as you've charged it up. and then we've also got you covered with the P series range. These little guys have got a battery, so we can trade for about 8 hours continuously without having to recharge that. So that's a huge advantage when we do have load shedding.
Maybe we should have opened with that one actually in the current climate. Absolutely amazing, and it looks so robust as well. So I'm guessing even a technician working in his workshop can have one of these in a safe little space. It's not big, it's not cumbersome, and it's inexpensive. And I have a feeling it's going to unlock so much for so many small businesses. Well done.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Oh, man, I'm waiting for it to transform into something else in front of our eyes. Now, we're all about supporting small businesses because it's a key step forward that this country needs to take. And this kind of technology is helping us do it. Now, Epson is giving one lucky business owner right now the chance to win an Epson point-of-sale receipt printer of your very own. So to enter, visit the Expresso Facebook, Twitter pages and tell us your business name and how this point-of-sale printer would help your business flourish. Get creative. I have a feeling we're going to get a lot of entrants for this one. And please include that all-important hashtag, Epson Small Business, in that answer. And that competition closes tomorrow at midday, so get on it as soon as possible. But you can find all the terms and conditions on expressoshow.com. Hugh, thank you so much. You can leave the little black box behind.
Thanks. Okay. Thank you. Cheers.